Hey, what's up YouTube? It's the Frenzy, and I've got a Transit round 91 disconnect. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a very controversial topic. But before I get into that, I'm going to talk about the stats real fast. The game time for this game is unknown. I don't even really know what the game time was, so I mean that's pretty much yeah. But I can tell you that the round times were about like 35 minutes apiece at this round, and we did end up lagging out like 30 minutes into the round, which was pretty unfortunate, and also, only 6 rounds off the record at the time. But that's going to be, discussed here in a minute about what I honestly think about this game. And we did play this game in custom, but we did have 0 and 3 downs. AJ Diones had 0 downs, and I had 3 downs running the easier spot. His connection was a little jumpy in this game. It was like a 1 bar sometimes, 3 bar mostly, like really bad because he was over at his friend's house or something, and his friend's connection was really, really bad. And then, obviously it was so bad to the point where we ended up lagging out later on. So now that we're done with talking about that, oh yeah, also this was my first game of Transit that I've ever played co-op for a high round or anything. Like before this, I think my previous high round on Transit was like round 20 in a 3-player game or something like that, like a week after the game came out. So I've never really played this map. It was actually quite funny because whenever we started up the game, I'm like, yo, where's Galvanuckles and everything? And he had to show me where stuff was on the map. And yeah, so anyways, now that all that's done and said, there's been some how would I say this? There's been a shitstorm lately about the custom games being ruled out as records for, co-op games. Now, I played this Transit game, and I got disconnected at round 69 because I got IP booted, somebody DDoSed me, and I forgot to change my IP before this game started. So, I changed my IP, and then I joined back in, and then I didn't get booted throughout the rest of the game. So, custom games, you would assume that I would be on board with, oh yeah, custom games should be considered legit. That's not true. I was never for the custom games being considered legit in the first place, just because there's so many factors that could come into play, such as, one, I mean, you could legit just start up a solo game, get to round 70 on farm or something, and then invite your teammate, and you're playing significantly faster. Doesn't really take that much to get to 70 on solo on pretty much any map. I mean, same thing with Die Rise. You could play a solo game to like round 102 and then just invite your teammate in and just play from there. I mean, it's honestly like you could literally bend so many rules by playing, or say I'm playing a game with Figsu and I decide, you know what, Figsu lagged out on me again, I'm just going to invite Extreme Toker in the game instead. And now I'm playing with Extreme Toker, and I could just say, like, oh, well, my teammate lagged out at round 70, whatever. And then because people are uploading videos these days with, 3 rounds of footage, not even full rounds of footage, just, a little footage here and there, like 3, 4, 5 rounds before the record, and them getting the record. So it's just like you could bend the rules in so many ways by doing that. Now, Zombie Records was a little more strict, and you pretty much had to stream your games from round 1 up and everything. Then I mean, it could be argued that yeah, like custom games could be legit, but then that's whenever you come into argument number 2 of why they shouldn't be counted as legit, is because if custom games are counted as legit, you could theoretically, anytime you wanted to or hypothetically, anytime you wanted to take a break, you could just pause the game and have your teammate quit out. That's all you have to do. And what that does is, currently the Black Ops 2 records are not at reset for co-op, but that doesn't mean that they won't ever get there. I mean, they've gotten there for Black Ops 1, am I right? What makes you think that they won't get there for Black Ops 2? I extremely doubt that, Black Ops 2 records won't ever get to reset, and that's why pretty much people are putting their foot down now so they don't have to deal with it later. And what I'm basically trying to say here is, say you take a break and your teammate quits out, what that does is it pauses the timer for the reset. So you could basically play way more rounds than, the team that doesn't quit out and, take a break that way, because it's just you're going to be paused. You're going to be paused whenever you quit out, and the timer is going to be stopped. I don't really know a really good way of explaining that, but it's a good way to increase your reset time, which is not really legit. And if your game isn't up on the, modded and glitch leaderboards, and it's a legit game, why should it be up on the legit leaderboards on, a Zombie Records website? I mean, that's also another thing that I don't really understand. Just, why people are making such a big deal about it. Until I was in a stream, I understand. Okay, well, actually, before I go on this, little story time, I do understand that, some people do have internet service providers that are just bad. Their internet is known to disconnect and everything. I mean, that's fine. Maybe you should stick to solo. Co-op isn't your thing. I mean, you couldn't do that in Black Ops 1, so I mean, I don't really see why, something like that should be really allowed in Black Ops 2. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's just like I said before, there's just so many factors that can change a game and everything if you played in custom game versus on leaderboard. You could also even set your difficulty to easy if you played in custom game, or put on like round 20 or something like that, round 20 start. I mean, it just like, obviously you can tell what's going on in easy, like if it's easy or original, whatever. But, you could start it on round 20 and nobody's ever going to really call you out about it, because, it's like, the rules are just so bent. Like the zombies community, I mean, I'm going to use the term zombies community, is so good. They're just so good at like bending the rules. And it's actually quite embarrassing, like how people are getting away with stuff, such as recording record games with what, a camera from the 1990s or something. It's just like, why is this even being counted as legit? Like 3 minutes of footage, video camera. I mean, it's just garbage. And people will still argue that, oh, well, my game is the record, whatever. Well, no, it's not. You can't just play with 3 minutes of footage, whatever. So that's pretty much, I'm going off topic here. So some people have internet service providers in Germany where your internet gets shut off every 24 hours or something like that. Now, I don't know, this is a tough call. I don't really know what I would say or recommend for them to do, other than not play co-op, which is, I don't really know, because why should they be able to, take a sleeper and co-op by pausing their game and basically making their reset timer much higher than everybody else's, basically giving them an advantage just because of the geographic location. I mean, it's like they're using their disadvantages as an advantage. I have nothing against, people in Germany, by the way. Like, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And, so same with everybody else that's watching this video. I don't really know what to say about that. I'm not the one that's making the calls, by the way. I don't own Zombie Records. I'm not affiliated with Zombie Records. I don't even really support Zombie Records anymore, to be honest. So, people that are thinking that, oh, well, I'm the one that's making the rules, because I was getting a lot of tweets from another YouTuber known as Bartolo Yanga. There was a misunderstanding. He thought that, I was the one that owned Zombie Records, and that I pretty much was making these rules up, because I just wasn't really, I just didn't really like the fact that you could join in custom games or whatever, which is not the truth whatsoever. I don't have anything to do with Zombie Records. And I went on a little bit of a tangent in my rant in this commentary, which a lot of you guys might not have really understood. Some of my points that I was trying to make. Pretty much just an awful commentary from me once again, but just let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment, and let me know what you think. I don't really ever tell people to do anything, but I just want to know what your guys' point of view is on this situation and everything, about the custom games and what have you. I mean, I could see custom games being a 100% legit thing if, maybe you streamed your whole game from round 1 up, like I do. I mean, I don't really see what the big deal is. I stream all my games from round 1 up pretty much. Scotty and Steve stream, most of their games from round one up. Big Sue streams most of his past broadcasts. Like he'll record the footage and then stream it from round one up. So I don't really see why everybody else feels like they're like, um, too superior to the rules or whatever. I don't really know what word I would use to describe those people other than, they feel like they're above the rules and that they don't need to follow them or something. But anyways, let me know what you guys think, and I don't know, this is just my opinion. I'm not the one making the rules, just my opinion. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next video. Alright guys, take care. Peace.